I tried that yesterday. It didn't work out so well. Hey gang, Jeff Stone here with day 70 of the year 2016 at magicreviewed.com. Not all of my cold intros can be awesome. Sorry. Anyway, today is Inscrutable 2 by Joseph Barry. Only one disc this time. $38. You get about 10 or so effects and a couple of, one bonus thing. So, just like yesterday's review of the Inscrutable first version, the best thing to do is to watch or to go read the written review, which either if you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description below, or if you're already at magicreviewed.com, you just have to look right below the video and the written review is right there, like magic. It's there. Check it out. But I'll cover a couple of things that are important. One, it's generally the same type of material as the first set. There are some more, a little bit more, like in the first set, I'd say 85% of the stuff was relatively no skill level. Whereas in this set, it's more like 65-70% is relatively no skill level. Maybe even a little less than that, maybe more like 55-60. So there's a lot more stuff that requires a little bit more technical skill. And there's some pretty intense stuff, bottom deals and things like that. However, even the one that's coming to my mind right now that required a bottom deal, he had an alternate version that didn't require a bottom deal. So go over and read the description, because again, I covered every single effect. I discussed the effect and the method in most cases. Sometimes I only discussed one or the other, and some are more in depth than others, but generally speaking, I covered everything there. So in this particular disc, no Dark Wizard. I don't know where he was. Mr. Nardi, where were you? We needed you. I love Dave Loosely. I've never met him, but he seems like a super nice guy and everything. But the Dark Wizard has the advantage here. He's really, really good at keeping the other person on track with the explanations. I kind of alluded to this yesterday. You know, what tends to happen if somebody's, just because you're a good performer doesn't mean you're a great teacher, right? And just because you're a good teacher doesn't mean you're a good performer. I'm probably more that one. I'm a better teacher than performer, maybe. But anyway, all that aside, this particular case, Joseph Barry is a great performer. He's casual. He's sort of laid back. In this DVD, though, some of the effects, I'll come back to the whole Dark Wizard versus David Loosely thing in a minute. Some of the effects felt a little bit awkward because he's like spreading through the cards, looking for stuff and having to think on his feet. But generally speaking, he's a pretty good performer and pretty laid-back dude. But when it came to the explanations, I think he was still in performance mode where he was just sort of going through the performance, and he wasn't really breaking down the explanations as in-depth as it needed to be, whereas he did that in the first set of DVDs, but the Dark Wizard kept him on track. In this case, the Light Wizard, you're just not dark enough there, Mr. Loosely. Sorry, brother. He wasn't good at keeping him on track. And so a lot of the explanations were just too brushed over and too glossed over and not thorough enough. But all the effects and methods are legitimate and doable. It's just there's some subtleties and stuff that you're going to have to rewind multiple times again to fully grasp it. And it's all there, and the other day I reviewed 400 Lux, and it had the same problem where the explanations were too glossed over. In this case, it's a similar problem, but there's still a little bit more there to grasp onto, and so it wasn't quite as bad, I think, as the 400 Lux, but it's still pretty bad. I mean, it's pretty rough. Mr. Dark Wizard, we need you for the next, if there's an Inscrutable 3. And hopefully by then I'll come up with a better joke for the opening intro. Anyway, so that's really all I'm going to say about it, guys. Go watch the ad trailer. The effect in there, it's that clean. It really is that clean. Now, there's one piece where he got, I'll call it slightly lucky, but it's it's not the kind of thing where like it's a 1 in a million chance of that happening. No, it's more like a 1 in 3 chance of that happening. And the other 2 times, the other 2 chances that aren't that 1 in 3 are still almost exactly as clean. So just knowing that, watch that trailer. That's really a clean effect, and that's done from a shuffled deck too. By the way, you're not palming in any extra cards or anything. That's the kind of stuff that's on there, and that one actually doesn't take hardly any technical skill at all. So if you like that kind of stuff, you'll be very happy with this video. The ad copy is absolutely correct. The production and everything is good. It's just that the teaching was a little bit weak on this one. So I ended up with a 4-star, 4 stars with this, how do I say it? I've lost my rhythm there. 4 stars with the stone status of gem, I guess. I'm tempted to go 3.5 stars because of the explanations. So by the time you get to the written review, maybe it will be 3.5 stars, I don't know, but somewhere between 3.5 and 4 stars. Still stone status of gem, easily a gem. So make sure you watch the read the written review on this one. It's going to be more important than some of the other ones that you do. So that's it for this one, folks. It's time for you to subscribe to my channel, like it, thumbs up it, share it, and listen to the random iTunes song of the moment, which is, oh man, this is hands down my absolute all-time favorite Aerosmith song. And most people don't know it. Kings and Queens. I love that song. The reason I was pausing there is because I was deciding if it's in my top 5 of all-time favorite songs, and it probably is. Which is tough though, because if I throw my Iron Maiden and Metallica favorites into the mix, I've got more than 5 Metallica and 5 Iron Maiden songs that are in my top 5. So it's hard to have a top 5 list. But if we left Iron Maiden and Metallica out of the mix, by far, this is easily in the top 5, Kings and Queens. But anyway, this is a great song. It's my favorite Aerosmith song. I'll put a link to that in the description below. Make sure you watch that and listen to it. That's a great song, especially if you've never heard it before. You'll love it. I hope. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll hate it. I don't care. Whatever. Tune in tomorrow, day 71, where we look at Widow by Dominic Dilly Dally, and Penguin Magic. Until then, folks, thanks for watching. Peace out.